welcome to Value Chain TV News Update. I am Adabio Gojofor with the news. And on the news update, a new mobile application called Apt Fuel has been launched to guide and serve as an ecosystem for the downstream sector. The innovation was unveiled during the book launch of the former Group Executive Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Billy Okoye, which took place at the International Conference Center, Abuja. With the application, people at the comfort of their homes can navigate their way to fuel stations and that have products and are close to them, as well as access stations that are affordable and reliable with high ratings from users. The launch of the app was a side event to the unveiling of 2 books by the former Group Executive Director. Chairman of the event, Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, while unveiling the books, commended Okoye's effort to pass down his experiences as knowledge to those coming up, noting that NNPC Limited commends his accomplishments.
Sir Billy, or Professor Billy now, because I've worked with him and I also understand his depth of knowledge in this business. He's also passionate to document the work that he does, and not just that the urge to transfer this learning and knowledge to others, even while he was at work, is extremely profound, but more so today now that we can see him in the academia and also some of his views and his understanding on paper for all of us to benefit from.
The Vice-Chancellor of the University of Abuja, Professor Abdul Rashid Na'ala, who was the chief host at the event, said that Nigerian universities need more opportunities to bring more ideas and strategies for the promotion and enhancement of oil business and marketing, adding that diversifying the economy rather than total reliance on oil is the way forward.
Scholars have not done enough work to tell our policymakers the best way to strategize in oil marketing. This book, which is new, in fact there are 2 books here today, are books that are long awaited. And University of Abuja is very proud to be the university where all of you will come to be launching this today. Professor Okoye, I'm very proud of you, but this is just the beginning. We need to write more books to explain that oil doesn't have to be a course. In Nigeria, where we want to diversify our economy, you can still do oil and still diversify. And I know most of the theories we're going to be reading in this book is going to tell us how oil can be not a cause, but oil can eventually be one of the greatest blessings for Nigeria.
Billy Okoye, who is currently the coordinator oil, gas and energy marketing at the University of Abuja Business School, highlighted benefits of his book. He said the book aims to help readers with knowledge of navigating the volatile crude oil sector in Nigeria.
By offering practical insights and analytical perspectives, this book aims to equip readers with the knowledge and tools needed to navigate the volatile and ever-changing world of crude oil marketing. The Apt Fuel technology simplifies fuel station management, enabling easy oversight and efficient operations, drivers' accessibility, real-time information systems, cost reduction, and improved returns to shareholders.
An attendee, Mr. Charles Oyibe, spoke about the importance of the books to the oil sector and commended Okoye's efforts.
Sir Billy has contributed immensely to the oil and gas sector. He has served the country in an NNPC in various capacity, and he's so experienced, he's so vast in this industry. And for him to take time to write a book, in fact 2 books today, what it means is that Sir Billy wants to give to us what he has learned or what he has practiced in the last 30 years. So we are just going to have the opportunity to benefit from his experience in the oil and gas industry for more than 30 years.
Few hours after the postponement of the launch of the student loan scheme, President Bola Tinubu has written to the House of Representatives seeking the repeal and reenactment of the bill. In a letter read by the Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas, during plenary, the President noted that this will enhance the implementation of the higher education student loan scheme by addressing challenges related to management structure of the Nigerian Education Loan Fund. The Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, has said the Port Harcourt refinery will commence operations in about 2 weeks' time. Kyari said that mechanical works have been completed on the Port Harcourt, Warri and Kaduna refineries, stressing that the Kaduna refinery will commence operations in December. The NNPCL boss made this known in a press briefing after appearing before Senate ad hoc committee investigating the various turnaround maintenance projects of the country's refineries. In its determination to tackle the erratic power situation in the country, the federal government has hinted that it may compel distribution companies to capitalize in order to further drive investment in their infrastructure. This was disclosed by the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, during his walking visit to the corporate headquarters of Ikeja Electric in Abuja. Adelabu said that this may be put in place because investment across the discos were low due to unavailability of funds to carry out infrastructure upgrades. The minister urged the discos to improve on their service delivery level to enable them be justified for tariff increase agitation. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has directed banks to comply with recent foreign exchange policy reforms ahead of the dividend payment season. This was contained in a letter signed by CBN's Acting Director, Banking Supervision, Dr. Adetona Adedeji, and addressed to banks requesting them to set aside foreign currency revaluation gains to cushion any adverse movements in the foreign exchange rates. The policy is part of measures aimed at restricting banks from using the foreign exchange gains to pay dividends to shareholders. Days after Senator Abdul Ningi accused the National Assembly and Presidency of budget padding, attention has been focused on the matter in public domain. In this report, Value Chain TV's Charles Moses brings perspective to bear on the matter. The report.
For over 6 years, since the inception of democracy in Nigeria, budget padding has remained a recurring issue. At least, Nigerians will recall episodes in 2016 and 2018 during the Muhammadu Buhari administration. Political activist Senator Shehu Sani offered the explanation that budget padding means tampering with the budgets presented by the president or the MDAs by either adding figures to the cost of projects or inserting projects that were not in the original budgets. Senator Ningi says 3.7 trillion in the 2024 Appropriation Act was not tied to any project. The senator's accusation has fetched him a 3-month suspension from the Senate, few hours after the federal government outrightly denied padding the Appropriation Act of 2024. To further support their basis for denial, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN, Chief Adeniyi Akintola, noted that there is nothing like padding as far as the National Assembly is concerned. According to him, Nigerian lawmakers have no business with constituency projects, but to make laws that will enhance good governance. He added that appropriation bill is the business of the lawmakers. They can therefore increase or reduce the amount allocated to any item by the executive arm of government. By that token, coming up with a particular figure doesn't make it final, as it is the duty of the National Assembly to appropriate money for specific sectors. Recent reports about Senator Agom Jarigbe's assertion about senators getting 500 million naira each from the 2024 budget has given Nigerians more reasons to doubt the federal government's denial. In addition, a Nigerian civic startup, Budget, disclosed in one of its reports that a total of 700,000 447 projects, making up 2.24 trillion naira, were inserted in the budget by the National Assembly. The report described these as an ugly trend that was accelerated in the 9th National Assembly when it indiscriminately added projects to the budget, with most projects having no national significance but narrowed to personal interest. A breakdown of the report showed that 55 of the projects, with a total value of 580.7 billion naira, are greater than 5 billion per project. It also showed that 281 projects, each worth at least 1 billion, with a combined worth of 491 billion naira, and 3,706 projects within the range of 100 to 500 million, worth 759 billion, were inserted into the budget. The 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has also demanded an immediate and thorough investigation into the 3.7 trillion 2024 budget padding allegation, insisting that denials are unacceptable. Atiku stated that the sudden suspension of the whistleblower senator without adequate explanation has only fueled the crisis, leaving us with more questions than answers. In a similar development, a former presidential spokesman to the late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, Olusegun Adeniyi, commented that the value of Ningi's allegation is the opportunity for a conversation on budgeting process. Adeniyi emphasized that Ningi's allegations cannot be casually dismissed, as he is an experienced lawmaker in Nigeria who has been serving since 1999. He added that if we are truly serious about changing the narrative of our country, then the current regime of envelope system, which encourages spending categories rather than spending priorities, cannot serve our nation. For Value Chain TV, Chat Moses reporting.
And that's it on the news update. I am Adalbio Gojefor. Thanks for staying with us.